And here we are again. First and most foremost, I want to thank you for investing into how to write the perfect 16. Welcome to the family. Congratulations. Today I will be sharing with you information that is not shared nowhere in the music industry. And to be honest, I'm getting a lot of slack on my back for sharing this information with y'all. This is why they tried not to let me in, but I'm in, and I'm going to open the door to let you guys in too. So, first and most foremost, second and most foremost, I want to say thank you. And maybe you should now be giving yourself a pat on the back, because with this perfect 16, you're now going to be able to put your notepad on your back. So, how to write the perfect 16? You have to make a decision. And the first decision is deciding, what do you want your style to be? How do you want to create your style? And how do you do that? Start off by listening to the tempo and the metronome. If the beat already is built, you must listen to the BPMs and the tempo of the beat. Once you can vibe with the tempo of the beat, if the beat is at an 80 something or a 90 something tempo, you have to vibe with the beat. Find the head bop. Find the head bop. You notice, most of the big rappers, they go in the studio, they listen to a beat. They don't just start writing. They don't just, let me write some of that. No. You see the greats, the Jays, the Nas's, the greats. They go in there, play a beat for me, bob their head. Bob their head. So you must find your rhythm. Find the rhythm. Once you find the rhythm, the very next step is to find the mumble. This is the key thing to writing the perfect 16. And this is what no one in the industry will tell an up-and-coming artist. It is the mumble. The mumble. And the mumble is finding the flow. You find the beat. Some. You find the mumble. That's how you find the flow. It is all about the mumble. Mumble as many different flows as you can. Don't think of the words. The words is the easy part. Mumble the flow until you can find a specific flow that literally intertwines with the beat. Because you have to understand the valuable thing about musical production. Sounds may cancel out other sounds. So the last thing you want to do is lay down words that are on specific sounds. Lay down B's that are on a part where it has a bass in the audio that would drown out the word. It won't hit how you need to hit. So that bob, it's like boxing. You bob and you bob and you bob into the metronome. You have to find the flow when to hit in between those snares. Because everything, if you look at music, it is all composed as a whole. You stretch out an audio file, you see wave formats. And those wave formats all have to go in between each other. You have the snares, you have the hi-hats, you have the bass, you have the kicks. None of those things land on the same wave. They all land in between each other to compose. You have to land in between all of those things. So as you keep going, you find a metronome, you find a beat. You find a beat, you find a flow. You find a flow, you mumble the flow. After you mumble the flow, once you got a mumble, so if if you got a trap song, let's say you're in a trap song and you go, the beat go, you find a flow that go something to something to something to something to something to something to You find the pocket, you ride with that beat. Once you got the flow, you fill in the words. I go to the store, run me to the store, I rob me a whore, whatever it may be. I got bricks for sure, whatever it may be. Then you fill in the words. Now we can transition from the trap song to if it's an emotional song. Now this is the difference. When writing the perfect 16 for an emotional song, such as a family member died, such as a lost loved one, such as a very serious incident in your life, then this is when you have to be completely different. You write this type of stuff from the heart. You write it from the heart, completely from the heart. Spill your emotions as much as you can. When you are spilling your emotions about an incident, a dramatic incident that has happened in your life, you spill them. Make sure you rhyme as much as possible, but spill your emotions. After you spill your emotions, you find someone to play music behind your emotions. So when writing the perfect 16 for an emotional track, you have to let your heart spill every last word from the beginning to the end. If you were in a serious car crash and let's say your best friend died or a family member died, whoever, you speak from the beginning of it to the end. And don't start off from the car crash. Start off from when you guys left the house. Start off from the feeling you had when you left the house. Start off from, you have to tell the full story from the beginning, from the very beginning, and let your heart spill for that type of scenario. Spill as much as your heart as you can, because understanding energy itself, energy can be transferred from here into the music. This is why turn up music is so turned up. This is why rappers like Waka Flocka will make you turn up, because they're in the studio. They're actually in the booth going crazy. So the music pushes you to go crazy. So understanding, you put this much heart, pain, and soul into the music, the listeners will feel exactly how you feel. This is why most of the songs that are great songs feel the way they feel. Tupac, Dear Mama. That song will make you feel every last word of the song because his heart was put into the song. So let's jump to another subject, and the other subject may be making a radio hit. Now, radio hits are less lyrical. This is one thing you need to know. They are less lyrical, and you well, let me take that back. Today's radio hits. Prior radio hits, you were more lyrical, you had more of a message. Today's radio hits are less lyrical. They are 90% flow. So we go back to the mumble. Today is all about finding a specific type of flow. Today's hit making is about finding the flow. And finding the flow will determine, or it's all based upon, what type of hit you want to consider. So there's a lot of styles of hits today. You have the trap music style hit. You have the DJ Mustard style hit. You have all these different style of hit records that's going on. Or you can go into a more poppy style hit. It just depends. So let's say the DJ Mustard style hit. We know the DJ Mustard style hit, the beat is, most DJ Mustard beats are very simple. You have a hi-hat, a bass, a 808, and some hand claps. Your vocals also have to be just as stretched out as the specific beat. So if the beat goes boom, clap, boom, clap, boom, clap, boom, clap, the last thing you want to do is come on there and go spiritual, miracle. No. The beat already tells the listener, I don't want to hear too many words. So you find that boom, clap, boom, clap, boom, clap, boom, clap. You ride boom, clap, boom, clap. You ride it. So as you're riding the beat, mumble it. So you go boom, I was there. I don't care. Go a bear. It's over there. You have to ride the beat from that, because the beat is telling you, don't, in that boom, clap, boom, don't rap right there. That's what the beat is for. Boom, clap, boom. Then that open little gap, that's where you throw in the words. How I just, gave you a small example. And notice, most of DJ Mustard hits are exactly like that. Most of those type of records are not designed for you to say a lot of words. They're designed for you to say something, yada yada, something, yada yada, yada yada. So looking at it from that perspective, you have to understand, it's all about the production, determining where you should start it off with. But rule number one, and it's the universal rule that goes for majority of the situations, other than if you're spilling your heart on a song. Every other format of song, it starts off with the metronome, the beats, the BPMs, and the mumble. If you can get the mumble, like literally, I hear a lot of people, and this is what I hear from a lot of upcoming artists and a lot of inspiring artists, and a lot of newcomers is that they can be very lyrical, they can have nice content, they can have everything, but they do not know how to ride the beat. And that comes from not mumbling. That comes from listening to the beat over here and writing over there. Then when you write something and bring it back to the beat, it technically doesn't go. So you have to learn the mumble. That is the number one rule that nobody in this industry will sit down and tell you other than myself. And once you can grasp the mumble from the metronome, that would literally help you create the absolute perfect 16th. So once again, thank you all for giving yourself the opportunity to be, who knows, the next me, or the next bigger than me, or the next GOAT.